Football betting is not really what you think it is. It's a deep psychological battle between you and the betting company. While you're trying to make life-changing money from them, they're also doing everything in their power to make sure your stake turns to their profit. And if you're betting without being aware of the tricks they play, you'll never make long-term profit. Even if you get lucky and win a few times, you'll slowly give it all back without realizing it. Being in control in betting is not just about strategies or analysis. It's also about being mentally aware, emotionally stable, and understanding how betting companies manipulate human behavior. So in this video, I'm going to list the greatest weapons betting companies use to make sure they always take your money, and make sure you never truly win. Most punters think the greatest weapon of betting companies is match fixing, but it's not. It's the odds. Everyone still trusts them most of the time, even the best bettors. Imagine seeing a match between two clubs you're not familiar with, both equal in strength, yet one is given 1.60 odds and the other 5.30. Or a moderate team versus a stronger team with surprisingly equal odds. You choose home or away out of fear, and it ends in a draw. And when bettors blindly follow the favorite based on odds and lose, they run to the SofaScore live chat shouting, "Mafia," not realizing they followed the trap themselves. This is why in-depth analysis is important. It won't give you 100% accuracy, but it will significantly increase your chances. Overstaking and accumulators is one of the biggest sources of income for betting companies, especially selections with more than 7 games. Trying to hit it big because you've seen someone else win a 20-odd ticket with a big stake makes you stake 10 to 20% of your income. And that's how debt starts. Overstaking doesn't only damage your finances, it directly reduces your chances of winning. When you wager an amount that makes your heart beat faster, your judgment becomes clouded. Fear takes over. You start second-guessing every selection. That's why people who stake their house rent or school fees on 2 odds usually fail. For example, some weeks ago, I wanted to stake an unusually large amount. I saw the Wolves versus Chelsea game and considered over 1.5 goals at 1.24 odds. Normally, I would pick that without thinking. But because the stake was high, fear kicked in. I became paranoid that Wolves, a team in terrible form, might suddenly become stubborn. So instead of choosing a logical bet, I switched to an Uruguay reserves match. This is what overstaking does to you. In fact, more than 80% of the ridiculous winnings I've had or seen came from ridiculously small stakes. And when winners post their slips, people ask, "Why didn't you stake higher?" Not realizing that if they had planned to stake higher from the start, they would have overthought everything and probably lost. Staking within your means keeps your mind clear, and a clear mind wins more. Have you noticed that when selecting games, the odds stack slowly at first, but once you get to a certain number, they start jumping quickly? Your bonus also rises aggressively. That's the betting company patting you on the back, luring you into adding more games. Because they know, the more you add, the faster your chances vanish. No matter how good you are, if you don't set a cap on your predictions, you will lose. You'll get so many one cuts that you'll start wondering if you've been cursed. I've been there myself this year. It's not a curse. Accumulator betting is simply brutal, especially when paired with another trap we'll talk about soon. If you're selecting too many games, you'll barely win. And even when you do, if you're not disciplined enough to withdraw, you'll return that money, and more, without knowing. Many of you have asked for my opinion on this. I believe match fixing exists in football, but it's not as rampant as people think, especially not in top-flight leagues. It doesn't have to affect many matches to be effective. Why fix all 20 matches in a match day when fixing just 3 of the most popular selections ruins millions of accumulator tickets? You could predict 19 out of 20 matches correctly, but picking just one fixed game destroys the entire slip. All that's left is you patting yourself on the back for predicting 19 right, with nothing to show for it. Even if fixing exists, betting companies are businesses, not charity. They won't hand you millions easily. Instead of complaining and cursing, you should get smarter. How do you avoid these dangerous games? I'll reveal that in the football betting secrets book. Turn on notifications so you don't miss it when it drops. This is basically betting like an amateur. You want to build a 10-match accumulator, and you're selecting 3 or 4 over 1.5 picks from the same league in the same match day. Is it possible? Yes. Is it risky? Absolutely. Leagues have patterns. When you stack too many bets in one league, you expose yourself to league-wide bad days. And those days happen more than you think. This one isn't the bookmaker's fault. It's yours. Some leagues have no business being in your accumulator. They are too inconsistent, unpredictable, and chaotic. Betting on them is basically charity work for the betting companies. Yet you'll see punters on SofaScore praying for goals in Ethiopia, Uruguay, and other unreliable leagues. Yes, luck plays a role in football, but that doesn't mean you should intentionally bet in leagues where luck is least likely to favor you. There are many more tips like this in my upcoming book, including one of the most important secrets when it comes to greed, one of the deadliest traps of all. So make sure you get your copy when it's out. Make sure you bet responsibly, and don't be desperate during this period.